Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Ball Talk podcast. I'm Jared Clark, and with me today, celebrated his birthday last week. He's a year older now. It's Ben White.
Hello.
And last but not least, we've got the Terrier, Jack Ritchie.
Evening.
We've got a fair few topics to talk about today. I think we'll get straight into it. Normally, we do fixtures and results at the end, but this is one game that stood out. Obviously, the Spurs game. What were the players thinking? What are Spurs thinking? Start with you, Richie.
It was a little bit of a mess, wasn't it? Obviously, the thing that happened with Son, which I need to watch back again myself. But obviously they wanted to protect certain players, so they brought them off who had yellows, and then they bring on Foyth, who came straight in.
Does it anyway.
He's quite a young lad, isn't he? So it was a bit like maybe a player with a bit more experience wouldn't have done that. He didn't really connect with him well, but with the studs up, the studs up alone is bad enough. But to be that high and the studs up, it's very dangerous and reckless.
It's something he's gonna learn. I think being so young in a team like Tottenham can be quite intimidating.
There's a problem playing youngsters. They're going to make mistakes in the day.
But in Spurs' fairness, they did well considering how many men they had, and they were lucky. Not lucky, so Bournemouth were lucky to get the win.
Yeah.
Bournemouth had just been terrible second half of the season, haven't they?
Yeah, they've spiralled a bit.
Spurs have as well.
So Spurs, yeah.
True.
I can't really say anyone apart from Liverpool or City have been consistent enough this season.
No. It's like he was saying that everyone wants to be in that Everton spot, 7th, don't they, at the moment?
Yeah.
No one wants to be up there, do they? No one's doing enough to be up there. But
Nah.
we obviously said that last week.
I mean, we struggled this season. We're on 44 points at the moment, so... Oh, I say 44. We're now on 46 because we've just gone 2-1 up against Cardiff.
You had something to say, Ben, didn't you, about the goalkeeper today?
Oh yeah, Bournemouth goalkeeper got a debut today. I think he did really well. Tottenham kept testing him.
Really good saves.
He made some good saves, really good saves, yeah.
Yeah. It's good that I suppose Eddie Howe's that sort of manager. He gives them. I think they had a fullback playing as well. I've not seen before. So he's obviously given a chance to some of the younger players, which is good.
Thing is, at the end of the season, you're going to get teams experimenting. It's nice to see, and obviously Hammer's dominating Southampton, but we'll talk about that later. I don't think we can really talk too much about Tottenham. We talk about Tottenham every week. They might not get top 4. It's a big might not. They've got to lose the next game.
No one else is winning, are they? So,
it depends what Chelsea, Arsenal and United do in the next game. If Chelsea get a win, they're on 71 points with 1 game left. So Chelsea need to lose the next. If they win the next game, they need to lose the one after that for Spurs to win. And Spurs have got to win. So it's quite tough. I've just seen Michy Batshuayi's goal. But yeah, it's definitely been interesting last game. So I think we can't really talk about this much more. We'll move on. Ben's come up with another specialty topic. Notts County out of the Football League. John Stead and the boys gone out.
It's not a big club relegated.
Yeah, they're a money club, aren't they?
Mm.
They're a money club. They shouldn't be leaving that. What's it called? Sorry.
not long ago, they were. What was it? Last season or the season before? They were really pushing for promotion. So
yeah, that was the season at Rotherham as well, wasn't it? Was it Rotherham and Notts County in the playoff final? A couple of years back, I think it was.
I can't remember.
But yeah, they're not a team that should be dropping out.
It'd be funny to see John Stead in the national.
But you say that so many teams have done it over the years, and not jump straight back up as well.
Looking at the Vanarama National though, there are like 5 or 6 teams I would say could possibly top 10 League Two.
It gets so much more competitive every year.
Yeah. So,
think Stockport County just got promoted as well.
so it doesn't really shock me, like them going out, because you've seen teams like Dagenham and Redbridge. They're down there now, aren't they? They were high flyers. Yeovil are down there.
Yeah.
You got Rushden and Diamonds. I think they've dropped like 2 or 3 tiers down. Since,
Don't forget about Wrexham.
Yeah, Wrexham. They used to be big.
York,
yeah. Happens to a lot of them, but then getting out of that league is so hard.
yeah, it is ridiculously hard. Only 2 going up.
I think they'll lose a few players as well. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
You know, maybe some of the newly promoted teams, like when Eastleigh go up.
Cool.
Yep, it's going to happen. So we'll move on to.
Obviously stayed up as well, so I just wanted to mention.
Who did?
Sol Campbell managed to keep them up. Yeah. Nah, he's done a really good job, to be fair. He came in, I think they were bottom, and then they looked really like they were done for, and he's managed to keep them up. So good on him.
It's good to see as well how well the National League teams that are going up are actually doing in the League Two.
Yeah.
Like Lincoln, obviously top of the league. Forest Green in the playoffs. Tranmere in the playoffs.
Yeah.
There's a few more.
It does show you the quality that is in the National League, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there are players like Reeder Johnson, for instance. I know we talk about Eastleigh quite a lot, but Reeder Johnson, I'd have him down as at least League One quality.
He's class. He absolutely wins everything.
And he's sitting in the Vanarama National, playing for Eastleigh.
Mental.
Same with Oscar Goban, man.
No, don't start with Oscar. Let's leave him out.
Okay.
I can't deny how well he did against Wrexham, but we'll go into that later.
Yeah.
Right, we'll move on to Richie's specialty topic. That's Dean. Is it Dean Hoyle? Is it Dean Hoyle?
Yeah.
Huddersfield. Obviously, he's departed. What's the background behind that? What's the story? How do you feel about it as well?
Obviously, it's been it's been rumours about it for some weeks now, so I kind of knew it could be happening. It's a shame because he's one of those. There's not many of them about, but like just does everything for that club, put everything into it, and he's just there's not many of them chairmans around anymore. Like most of them just go in to make money and don't really care. But he's a Huddersfield guy. He's supported them all his life. He's been there 10 years now, so it's a long time. He's in the club. And he doesn't even want to do it either, but he's come out and said obviously he had a health scare earlier on in the season, earlier on in the year. So he just said he's got to do what's right for him and like for his family.
Do you think he would have?
He's not even being stupid in the sense that he's just sold it to anybody. He has sold it to another person who actually is from Huddersfield and supported Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Does support Huddersfield, so that's really good. So hopefully this man who's coming in now, I would imagine he'd be just as good. Like he won't be far off being just as good as the chairman. Hopefully, because Hoyle wouldn't have just given it to anyone. So.
Do you reckon he would have sold the club if they didn't go down?
Yeah, I just think he would have got more money. Personally.
Yeah, good point.
I think it's just where his health scare and things. I think he has just been honest about it. I think it is. He did have it was, I think, a minor heart attack. So, or quite a bad. It was one of them. So, which is fair enough. He's been there 10 years. I think, it's the 7th richest man in Yorkshire as well. So, it's quite
it's not hard.
You can buy a house in Yorkshire for 100 quid.
100 quid. So he could have, if he wanted to, he could have sold the club ages ago and got out and took the money, and he could have retired ages ago, but he chose not to. So he still doesn't want to, but he's just doing what's right for the club as well. So I respect that a lot. And
is he going to be a lot on the board still, or is he going to be somewhere in the club? Or
I think he is stepping down completely because obviously his issues and stuff. What is a little bit of a shame, and I'm not sure if they are, but obviously he's got his 2 sons who are both Huddersfield boys as well. I was hoping they were going to take over, to be honest, but hopefully they'll still be involved.
they're too busy eating pie and gravy.
Yeah, maybe, but no, I'm quite happy in the way he's done it. So he easily could have sold it and got. He probably could have got more money and sold it to some Chinese guy, like in China or
Yeah,
something.
that's a good
More
point.
money. So he definitely could have got more money if he like sold it to some random
Look at
person.
Mike
There's
Ashley.
no,
He doesn't
there's no
care where
chance
it's
that
going.
he's not. There's no chance that he sold it to someone who's from Huddersfield and is a Huddersfield fan for the same money as someone from bloody like China or just who's got
Saudi
ridiculous amount of
Arabia,
money.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't get the money. The matey from Huddersfield isn't going to have the same money, is he? I just think it just shows what sort of chairman he is, and we're lucky to have him, to be honest, and what he's achieved at our club. But I think that's pretty much it, really.
But I think despite relegation, it's looking quite positive for the Terriers.
Yeah, we're alright. We should be alright.
As long as you keep your championship status next season, I think consolidate next season, then maybe think about another push. Because you could become like the next sort of Blackpool, apart from don't get relegated.
We just need to be
re-establish yourself.
Careful as well on the fact that, I don't know, with this new chairman coming in, he might have a new direction, so there's no guarantees our manager's safe. So we just have to see what happens.
Every owner has different what's the word, principles.
Yeah, different views. So.
And philosophies. So we'll move on to one of the dreaded topics. I know I slag off a lot of people. I've slagged off Scottish football now. Slagged off the Yorkshiremen. I'm sorry, Yorkshiremen. But we'll move on to Celtic winning the Scottish Prem. What a shock. How many seasons have they won it now? It's a joke.
We had to mention it, but it's just a bit boring, isn't it, really? I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean... I suppose they had the manager change and stuff. It's not been exactly easy for them in the last... how many games they had with the new manager, but Neil Lennon. But
a monkey could manage that club. A monkey could manage that club, and they'd still win the league.
Ben could manage them.
Yeah, I imagine Ben sitting on the sidelines doing nothing and still winning the league.
He does look a bit like Neil Lennon.
No, there's just not too much.
Oh, thank you.
There's not much competition. Rangers are getting there. Don't get me wrong, Rangers are getting there, but Celtic are just too dominant. They should do a Swansea and
they might be able to push
come to the champ
next season.
So that's pretty much Scottish football rounded up. Obviously, you got the relegation battle in Scotland, which no one cares about, apart from Ben. We got Dundee United relegated or going into the relegation playoff in St Mirren.
They're my Scottish team.
Yeah, they're going down. And you got St Johnstone top in the second half of the bottom six. So we'll move on, and that'll be the quiz.
Richie's quiz of the week.
Alright, this week's quiz is going to be on midfielders from the 2012/FIFA 12 era, because obviously I've still been playing that recently. So, been seeing a lot of midfielders I'd like to sign for Huddersfield but can't afford, and so forth. And so the first player, he's played 11 times for Ireland and played for the likes of Derby, Southampton, Sunderland, Stoke. There's currently a coach of one of the previous clubs.
Sunderland, Stoke, Derby, Irish.
And is famous for a certain thing he used to do in games. I will add that to it as well.
Certain thing.
Delap.
Ben.
You know.
Yes! I got it with that certain thing. Throw-ins. And he played Southampton, I remember now.
Yeah, his friends were putting him on the map, so I thought he had to be mentioned.
Yeah.
I missed them, to be fair.
Talk
It was
Ryan
amazing.
Shotton.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Ryan Shotton, for God's sake. Alright. This player is currently a free agent and is in England, and has played for England through the youth levels. He's played for the likes of West Ham, Aston Villa, Bolton, Ipswich, Vancouver, Milton Keynes Dons.
Nigel Rio-Coker.
Well done, Joe. I thought you would get that. Because I said Vancouver, I didn't really want to put him in, but I thought if I don't
I'm
put him
thinking
in...
Rodwell. He played
Rodwell.
abroad in America.
Rodwell? Oh my god.
Oh,
Right,
it's
there's
the
1-1 at
Sunderland,
the
isn't it?
moment. We'll move for the... Yeah.
They can't get rid of the fella.
Alright, the next one. He's a Brazilian international who's still currently playing. He has won the Champions League and has signed for 22 million and 25 million in his career, and has even represented Brazil in the 2008 Beijing competition.
Oh no. Any clubs?
Yeah, he's played for Benfica. I don't want to say too many clubs because it'll give it away too obviously. I think I've given you enough there.
Ronaldinho.
No. He played in the Prem. He made his name in the Prem.
Oscar.
No.
Ramirez?
Yeah, well done, Joe.
Oh, yes.
Oscar, Ben, how close? Oh, that's close.
You set me off then, Ben.
He's gone to China, like Ramirez. He's a Brazilian international, both young at the time.
It was even one of the two.
Yeah. You're lucky there, Ben. So Jay's winning 2-1 at the moment. Next player. This is an England international who's played 42 times for his country and played for the likes of Bayern Munich, Man U, Man City, and has been a BBC pundit.
Oh,
well done, Jay.
I knew it was Owen Hargreaves. I didn't say it. I waited for Rich to finish.
You got to jump in. You got to jump in, mate.
Yeah.
If you listen to last week's podcast, I was in for Beckford.
Yeah.
Got to be in
I did warn you before this, Ben, that Jay was going to be on fire. You not listened last week.
God's sake.
So we're down to the last one. This player's played for the Sparta Prague, Dortmund, and Arsenal, and has represented his national team at almost every level.
Thomas Rosicky.
Well done, Jay. I think, mate.
Quality.
Yeah, well done.
That was a good quiz. I enjoyed that. Did you enjoy it, Ben?
So Jay's come out 4-1 there. See, Owen Hargreaves, you could have changed his game there, Ben.
Yeah. Game changing.
Love a bit of Owen Hargreaves.
Who doesn't?
Alright, so that was the quiz. Next week I might do it on centre backs or left mid / right mid wingers. There were some really good ones back then, which I really liked. So we'll have to see, but yeah, that's the quiz. So well done, guys.
So we'll move on, and this is my feature of the week. I've got a new feature, but I'm not letting that loose yet. That'll be after a bit of talk. This feature's Player of the Week, and for me this week it goes to Harry Kane. Obviously there was a girl called Ella Markham who has Down syndrome, and she was, she's had vile abuse hurled at her online because of a video that surfaced of her dancing around, happy because she's, seeing Spurs and whatnot. Even though they lost to West Ham, she's having a laugh, and she's been ridiculed. So Harry Kane, out of the kindness of his art, has invited her to be a mascot of Spurs for the next game, and obviously sent her a nice message through video. So Harry Kane for me is even though he's still playing, and normally I do retired players, he's merited the Player of the Week.
Yeah, that's a nice moment.
Yeah, it's good when football brings people, together. So, Player of the Week, Harry Kane. And we'll move on to one of Ben's favourite subjects. Shock, Eastleigh FC. How did they do, Ben? They played Wrexham. Give us a rundown.
It was a game that had everything. Wrexham hit the crossbar. We cleared a couple of times off the line.
Crossbar twice.
Crossbar twice. But what it came down to was a moment of brilliance from ex-Charlton man and Portsmouth, Danny Holland. Smashed on the volley into the top corner, and it's 1-0. That's all she wrote.
And you got Salford next, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm against Salford next.
Who?
It's gonna be a hard game.
Are you optimistic?
Very hard game.
Would you say Salford are a doable team, or?
No, I've not been in any of the games, to be honest. I've been struggling seeing us win any of the games, but we beat Wrexham, so we can do anything.
So we need to do scrape 1 or 2 results together. So
that's it. Then we're at Wembley. I'll be happy.
Richie, you watched the game. You got anything to highlight, or obviously Oscar Goben?
Yeah, it was Me and Ben went to it. It was a Thursday night kickoff at 7 o'clock. So it was. I finished work at about just after 12, and then we went straight there from 1. Went straight to the game. We got there about an hour before. Didn't get back till about 2:30 in the morning. So
It's dedication.
that was nice. Yeah.
Yep.
180 Eastleigh fans, so it wasn't too bad. It's probably more than what we were thinking before the game. So not a bad turnout. Yeah, it was a good game. Like Eastleigh knew what they wanted to do, I think, and their game plan was set out. And a few individuals came on and changed the game for Eastleigh. Not just Oscar Goben. He actually played really well. Like, even Ben will admit he actually had a really good game when he came on. I think he was the first sub as well. He changed the game. They brought on a matey. Yeah, yeah, he came on.
Zabrowski's a workhorse, though, isn't he?
He always comes on and runs his eye.
And then they brought on that matey they've had on loan 18 times. Oh, no. I thought he came on as well. Yeah, I know Jack McKnight came on. Who was that other matey I thought came on? Did he not come on? Maybe he was playing the
Jack McKnight, Goben.
No, they've got Hobson
and Zabrowski.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
we got 3 subs.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, he played well as well for a young player. So
I like that his parents come to the game. Shout out to Jack McKnight there. You're a lad.
Best part was seeing Grant Holt on the commentary team at BT Sport.
Bloody Grant Holt. I thought he was still playing for like a League 2 team or something.
No, he's a wrestler now, isn't he?
No.
He is. Well, he has done wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eastleigh done well. It was a good result. So they just have to hopefully try and do something against.
Do our best. We beat them once this season.
Eastleigh will do it.
I'm drew against them.
This time next week.
Again tomorrow. So
this time next week, we'll all be sitting at like. When's the game now? Oh, I can't remember the kickoff.
Sorry?
No, I meant the kickoff for obviously the playoff final. Because this time next week we'll be sitting here jubilant.
Yeah, Saturday, 3 o'clock. Yes.
Yeah. We'll be sitting here jubilant. Well, I say sitting here. We'll be sitting at Wembley jubilant, necking Jaeger bombs.
All would be on the podcast.
In the football?
Yeah. All would be on the podcast with Ben Crime.
Well, that's the problem. I don't think.
No,
the podcast. Podcast
if we
we'll
win,
have to
I'll
do.
be crying.
We'll have to do the podcast Tuesday. Sorry, because obviously I'm in London all weekend. So yeah. But we'll move on.
If we get to the final, I'll be happy we got there. That's all.
Thing is, you weren't expecting it, were you? It's one of those things.
Playoff. I'm not expecting finishing the playoffs this season. So.
Just fighting relegation
would
have been an expectation. Exactly. Let alone, mixing it up with the big dogs.
All the players we lost and Chairman going.
You look at the money Salford have got as well.
Yeah. I love the rabbit in Neville's face.
They've got that Brady Vida, that Vida looking.
The only one I like is Scalzi.
Oh, I don't even like him.
Beckham might even make the game.
Oh, I love the rabbit in his face.
Is Beckham part of that little group?
Yeah. He got in when Paul Scholes went to Oldham.
See, I prefer what Billericay are doing with Jamie O'Hara and all those sorts of teams. Like Lloyd Doyley as well. He's a Billericay. I prefer those sorts of players instead of Carl Piergiani.
Billericay ain't doing very well.
Yeah, Ben.
They missed the playoffs or something.
Yeah, just.
I think.
Jamie O'Hara though, he'll get the lads going.
No,
he won't. We'll move on to the next topic, unless anyone else has anything to add to the Vanarama scene or Eastleigh, the playoff scene.
I don't think so.
No.
And I've been waiting for this. I've been looking forward to this. It's my newest feature, which could feature every week. I've said feature like 5 times now, but this could be a mainstay. And it is a bit of a rip-off of Carl Pilkington's Cheap as Chimps. This is Cheap as Chips. Obviously, so it's not a quiz, but it's like a quiz for these two. Where each week I just choose three players who were reasonably priced. And they have to guess who they are. And not who they are, sorry. They have to guess how much they went for. And I'll just go, cheap as chips. So,
go on then.
First player, Wilfred Zaha to Palace.
To Palace. Oh,
Yeah,
from United.
from United.
Who's going first? Can I go
You
first?
should change your rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, go then, Ben.
3 million.
Oh,
2 million.
yeah. I've got it on my tally as 3 million.
You're joking?
Yes.
Nah,
Hmm. Okay.
it's 3 million
What did
because
you take
we initially
for
paid
like
we initially played 1.5, and then it rose to 3.
that?
You didn't say
Ooh.
that. You didn't say it was
That's
what?
the fee. That's
Yeah.
the fee.
Okay.
You know,
Don't argue with.
it's like in Football Manager. The fee goes
That's
large.
fine. That's alright. I'll accept that. That's fine.
And the second one from Richie's favourite team,
Oh
Leeds
no.
United, 2 Man
Ooh.
United, and it's Eric Cantona.
Oh.
17 million.
10 million.
I hope I don't know this.
I'm sorry to disappoint you a second time, Jack. He went for 1.5 million.
I thought it would be a
1.5.
lot lower than that. It
Don't
was
forget
ages ago.
this was like
I know it was. Yeah, I know it
years
was,
and
but I
years
thought it was one of
ago.
those ones. I thought it was one of those ones that was a shocking transfer of its time. I thought that's
Ah,
what it was.
just years and years ago. They got him for
Don't
900k
bother me. I
Leeds.
didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't want to know it anyway. So it's
how
fine.
dare you? I've
I
put
don't
time
want to
and
know.
effort into this feature.
Yeah, and it's crap. Let's go. Let's move on.
Right, third player. He was one of my favourites of all time. From Spurs to Middlesbrough, Egyptian forward Mido.
Spurs to Middlesbrough.
Yeah, Mido.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh my
That's really
God,
5 mil.
he was in the
5 mil.
Prem.
Yeah, I know
He's
he is.
going
5
right
million.
past me.
Right, Ben's got 5 million.
6.
Oh, yeah, it's 6. Mido went for 6 mil
Ah.
to Middlesbrough. Richie didn't even know who the fella was, but he got the fee
Exactly. He
right.
doesn't know who he is.
I was either going 4 or 6.
Well,
Bloody
what can I say,
Mido.
guys? It's all 3 players. It's cheap as chips.
So I won.
All warrant the Ben won cheap as chips, but in reality, the clubs who bought these players won because they are cheap as chips. And they did well. Apart from Mido, he did crap, but
I was gonna say Mido.
yeah, but he was Mido. He was a present, so I'd have him for 6 mil any day. Nothing wrong with
He'd be
Mido.
20 nowadays, wouldn't he? Then he'd be a flop.
He was a flop. His whole career was a flop. But we'll move on to the final topic on our agenda, and that is the Premier League results. Or just results in general, obviously, because Champions League as well. We'll start with Champions League. Spurs losing to Ajax 1-0. What's everyone's thoughts?
I can see that
that
happening,
again.
to be honest. Yeah, I've obviously say I've tipped Ajax to win it. Well, I would like them to win it as well, but with Spurs' injuries as well, I just felt like that's what they were.
There are too many players missing.
Yeah, and Ajax are just really up for it, aren't they? You can just tell. I fancied Ajax, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm hoping they win it now. I can see Spurs coming back though. I can't see Liverpool. I mean, that just shows the sheer brilliance of Messi. Liverpool didn't actually play that bad. It was just the sheer brilliance of Lionel Messi.
Yeah,
And I know
they had
it
their
seems
chances,
like
didn't they? They were a bit unlucky. They had some really good chances.
I know it seems like I'm brown nosing him, but that man Messi, he can just magic up a goal or two out of thin air.
So can Ronaldo.
Yeah, and I think that's what the difference was for Liverpool and Barca, whereas Salah's not really been himself as of late, has he?
No, he was a bit unlucky with the one in the post, but
Bit of a Jamie Vardy sort of situation. He's just not doing too much now. But then saying that, Jamie Vardy scores, and Salah has scored quite a lot this season. Is he top scorer? Just Kane just behind?
I'm not sure. I think Mane's got more goals than him.
But
This season.
yeah, anyway, I think next leg, I can see Liverpool losing anyway. And Ajax, I'm hoping, still pinch a 1-0. But then again, I don't mind Tottenham, so I wouldn't mind seeing a Tottenham-Barca final. But it's obvious, Barca are favourites to win. So we'll move on to Premier League results. Obviously, West Ham 3, Southampton 0. West Ham have picked it up. Start of the season, it looked like they were one of the teams that were going to be, scrapping.
Yeah, they've done well. They have spent some money, so you would expect them
They've got a
to.
lot of new players and new manager as well, so it's going to take time for them settling in it. That's why they're just settling in now, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it looked good, so.
Typical Saints playing Valerie at right back as well.
Bit of a nothing game anyway, so
Yeah.
would have liked to see a bit more youth maybe involved. I'm not sure there was much involved. But...
Wolves and Fulham. Again, nothing game. Dodonka getting the goal.
Oh no, you say that. Wolves with that getting that win has kept their Europa chances alive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but then
That game
You
yeah,
never know. You never know.
yeah, they could get relegated.
That'd be.
And Palace
Who was it got the
Cardiff.
Europa League of Dreams? West Ham, I think.
Palace Cardiff. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching it while we've been doing this. Which probably why I've hesitated a tiny bit here and there. We're 2-1 up against Cardiff now. I'm sort of stuck on this one because I want Cardiff to stay up. But then obviously, as a Palace fan, I want Palace to win. But then if a loss means Cardiff staying up and Brighton going down, then I don't mind that at all. I'd like to see it happen. What about you? Do you guys think Cardiff have got it in them to get a goal or two back?
Nah, I think that's them done.
I mean, it has been a pretty Palace game.
Yeah.
Then obviously later tonight the kickoff is Newcastle Liverpool. I'm saying 3-1 Liverpool.
I think 2-0.
Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Ben?
I'll say 1-1. 1-1 draw.
Chelsea Watford tomorrow. 1-1 draw. What
Yeah.
are you on? Oh right.
Newcastle
see.
playing well.
I'll slag you off now, but it'll come in now. I'll slag you off.
Yeah.
Chelsea Watford tomorrow. 3-0 Chelsea, I'd say.
2-1 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea.
Chelsea have got all to play for, haven't they? Especially with Spurs dropping points. Which leaves United and Huddersfield as well. But United are at least favourites to get into that top four. Because obviously you've got Arsenal and Chelsea just teetering. So Huddersfield United, I say 4-0 United. There's no way Huddersfield are getting a goal. We'll
5-0.
5-0.
5. I'll go 5.
He's not happy.
6-0. Shut up. Probably, I reckon 2-1 United.
2-1?
A bit lenient.
You're going to score?
Don't worry, Ben.
Right, we'll see.
Who's going to score for you? Moy?
Grant. He can, he'd be sure for fun.
Anyway, I said 5. You lost 5-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool are good.
And Chelsea.
Chelsea are better.
Right, Arsenal Brighton.
United are crap at the moment. I'm not having that. Arsenal. Is it home or away for Arsenal?
Arsenal at home, I say 4-0.
3-0. Arsenal.
2-1 Brighton.
Ooh. No, get lost, Ben. You're not on this podcast anymore. We're getting Gus back. Fucking supporting Brighton.
Who?
And Monday night football, Man City, Leicester.
1-1. I'm going to put that straight out there. I think that's going to cause them some problems.
Is that where
3-1
City throw the league? I think 2-1 Leicester, if I'm honest.
Really?
I think that's where City will throw the league.
Fair enough.
I don't want to see them throw the league, because obviously I know too many Liverpool fans. and we were near the end of it, but I think that's when
And
they
you don't
threw the
live in
league.
Liverpool.
Ah,
I said, and you don't live in Liverpool.
yeah, exactly. They're everywhere. Whereas saying that City fans are everywhere as soon as they win the league.
They
You
popped out
see
now.
shirts everywhere. Yeah.
Last 3 years.
So I swear you were wearing a United shirt a few weeks ago. Nah, I've always been City through and through. Oh, do you know Paolo Wanchop? Do you remember him? Or Sean Gota? Gio Herlock? David Seaman? Oh,
Stephen Ireland.
who? Yeah, who? Willow
Stephen
Flood?
Ireland, Bradley White Phillips.
Typical City fans. But anyway, instead of slagging City fans off, I better write this podcast off. Because we've pretty much spoke about everything. It's been a pretty boring week. Not gonna lie, it's just the league season's coming down to the end. Eastleigh, probably the most exciting thing to happen to us this week. So,
So
yeah.
probably about it.
Well, they have been then. Alright?
Thank you.
So, I've been Gerald Clark. We've had Ben White.
Cheers for having me.
And Jack Ritchie on the podcast.
Thanks, Jeff.
Cheers. Twat.
Shut up.
Cheers for listening. If you like to slag us off as usual, please put it in the comments. Although we don't get any comments, which is good, because it means no feedback.
That's not good.
Well, it is good, because it means people are watching, but that we're not getting any bad feedback from it. You know, people aren't going, oh yeah, that Jared's a bit of a dick, and that Ben's a bit of a knob. Do you know what I mean? Instead of
all
getting
feedback
criticism.
Good for you.
Yeah, but we're getting the watch minutes, so TalkSport, watch out.
So, we
So,
heard it here first.
we'll catch you next week. It'll probably be a Tuesday release next week, obviously, because I'm in London all week. And I don't know what the boys are doing, so I'll put it on Twitter or do something like that and keep you informed. So, have a nice rest of the weekend.